So is everyone else.
Yeah.
You're watching you play the game.
Kia ora, everyone. It's me, Sammy
Isn't
D.
that life?
Hello.
We're live on the internet. Hey, Brad, thanks for hanging in there. I'm sorry it took a little bit of time to get here. We're back to play another game of d12GO, running the Swords and Stuff add-on. We are... Wait, with all the new terms of services, how deep can we be in this adventure?
Considering you have no content warnings, not that deep.
It's true. That's enough innuendo for the beginning. Let's go around and introduce everyone. I'm going to start with me this time instead of going last. I'm Sammy D. You probably know me, because this is my channel. And I do video games and painting and now tabletop role-playing games. And I love it. That's about me. Who's next? Don't know, claimer. Someone's got to start.
You're pulling this sneaky move. I'll start. Kia ora koutou, everybody. I'm Severin. I'm a Wellington-based stand-up comedian and cast member on the Fate of Eisen podcast, Book 2, and I am happy to be here. Is there anything else I need to tell these people about myself? I'm a Pisces.
I'm a Taurus.
I don't know my blood
Are we
type. We
compatible?
established this. I don't know. I've got to
I don't
look up the weird crystals website to find out, and I really don't want to.
God, I
That's
used
okay.
to know, and I don't anymore. I should really refresh that.
What, star sign or what? Blood?
Whether
Like
you're
stuff,
compatible
like
with?
compatibility, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Now that I believe it, it's just really cool to kind of look into. And I don't think you can classify people by 12 particular signs.
No.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, fun fact, I do keep dating Capricorns, and I don't know if that's a problem.
Well,
Anyway, back to you in the
probably-
studio, Sammy.
Good segue, because hi, I'm Amy. I'm a Capricorn.
You flirt.
Yeah, I'm Amy Water here on YouTube and Twitch and all sorts of places. I'm feeling a little better this week, though. All honesty, we have a lot of caffeine in front of me, so yeah.
Only two remain. Who will be first?
Who's going next?
Do, do,
Hello,
do.
I'm Lyndon. I'm an Aries, born in a dragon year.
Ooh.
Technical writer by day, resting improviser by night. Mostly seen enthusing in the chat streams of cool
Nice.
role-playing games.
Yes.
I should- I'm
And-
already
it's me.
failing at my job.
Yeah, it's you.
Hello, everyone. I'm a Leo, if that matters for anyone. Enjoying the lovely sunny weather out here in the Pacific Northwest. And hello, everybody. Let's get ready to play.
Yes, absolutely. That's very rude, phone. I will put you on silent in a moment. Let's recap first and probably get 3 more notifications in that time. Last time, after leaving Lonely Reach, our players journeyed to Westmark. That's the name of the place, isn't it? Westvale. Westmark's from Lord of the Rings or something, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, we went to Westvale, and upon arriving there, were entreated to go into the nearby Fox Forest and rescue a child from the bark mimics who had kidnapped them. After braving the troubles of the woods, I don't know, they weren't all that troublesome. Just a little bit troublesome. I mean, for some, more troublesome than others.
I lost my rope.
You did, but you looked cool doing so that was good. You have worked your way to the deepest, darkest heart of the forest, where a large gnarled cluster of bark that is throbbing a sickly green colour high up in the air. It's being suspended by a net of vines and 4 thick roots shooting up from the forest floor. And it glows and pulsates. It has a really eerie, Think of something that feels just wrong. Like, think of Cats 2019. That's how wrong it feels here.
It's a James Corden level of uncanny valley.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no.
This should not exist.
So wrong, so wrong.
The original Heart was better.
What time of day, or what? Even though it's super dark in the forest, what general time of day is it out?
It is still nighttime. And you probably, I mean, to risk being cliche, it's probably close to midnight.
Good.
I'll risk
Sammy,
it. Yes.
something I've realized is that we have not introduced our characters in case
Oh,
there's
yeah, we
anyone
should-
new watching.
As we pan around looking at this horrible, throbbing, sickly green, large gnarled cluster of bark, tell us who we see. In the same
I'm
order
happy to-
of the introductions.
I'm happy to start because I caused this. You see a big chonkin minotaur man with goggles and a hammer called Magnus Bella, glorious inventor of farming equipment across the land.
Amy, you're
Uh,
next.
Can someone go? Sorry, I am doing
Okay.
all the stuff we
You're
should have
doing so
done
many
before. we
socials
go
and stuff,
live.
yeah.
I'm doing so many socials and commands
Lyndon.
and all this.
Lyndon
Okay,
Van
okay.
Fleur.
Sure. Mordakian Edgeblade is crouching, presumably just like the glint of his eyes and the like. Just there's a faint shadow cast by the green glow. And he's got the whole black cloak thing going on, clutching I don't know, maybe sliding a rapier out of its sheath, and on the ends of his fingers, despite being otherwise humanoid, has claws, and as he snarls in the face of this obvious evil, he's got little sharp, pointy, fangy teeth.
Okay. And then fanning out kind of around the general area, you'll see a slighter in stature, but wearing purple fox ears and a fox tail, let's say resident of Foxwoods. They don't know where they came from, they just are there. We're there. The celestial Kale Mooney Fox. If you were able to see their eyes, they'd be glinting like the moon, whatever the phase the moon is right now, that's what their eyes are looking like. Their hood is down, they are quite calm and collective, but eyeing this, whatever this is, with caution and concern. They're fake, but somehow looking real and swishing around behind them. Foxtail, just somehow it swishes on its own, just as he crouches and gets ready to whatever this is.
And then, I can do two things at once.
And that's the
Until
Over
next week.
somewhere staring around and very confused about a lot of stuff because she's literally a fish out of water, is a merm-esque character, Cascade Coral. Here kind of looks like it could be dreads, but also at the end these tentacles and kind of squiddish, but also and just kind of the green really wouldn't make much of a difference because she's quite blue anyway, so it just kind of adds to her natural coloring.
And I am currently a large gnarled cluster of bark that is throbbing a sickly green colour, suspended on a net of vines.
You
Held
you
up.
could still be friendly.
I mean, I could be.
If you didn't feel so wrong.
Yeah, if I didn't feel like Cats 2019.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Like,
just
you
look
wouldn't
like it's 2019.
We're doing it for the
Think about
SEO. We can put that in the tags now. Put James Corden in.
all of that traffic.
Oh gosh.
Can Magnus just turn to the rest of the party and say, is this a problem that can be solved with a hammer? It seems very spooky.
Is the tree trunk, the big tree in the middle, suspended by the vines or the thick roots or both?
The thick roots hold up a net
The
of
thick roots-
vines,
Okay.
which has the throbbing green gnarled cluster of bark sitting atop it.
How high is the throbbing green gnarl of bark?
It is around 20 feet up, we'll say.
Ooh, that's pretty up there.
I'd, s-
Yeah, it's kind
I'd
of
say an
there.
axe or something sharp would be better, but you know what? A hammer can still smash some vines, smash some roots.
There's so many like vines and plants and land is there. I mean, I think the hammer's probably going to be the best bet. Smash it down. Yeah.
Good. And he's just gonna go up and like swing.
Swing at one
And I
of the
think
vines.
Yeah, the closest vine that's kind of holding it up.
Sorry, the branches that are holding it up. Yep. Okay, swing at this root.
I think-
Make a brawn 3, and what's Mordakian got in the meantime?
He's going to dive at one of the other roots with
Knives
the rapier as hard as he can, I think.
Right.
So, go.
Fantastic. Roll your attacks.
And my character has a special hammer time.
Absolutely.
I don't know, is this an obviously dangerous thing to do? Does it count as reckless? Or is it just edges, I think would be the other one.
It might be edges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. So 2 + 2 + 4. Oh, 4 + 4 is 8.
And I got a 16.
And 16.
Yeah.
Can
Wow.
Kale attack? Can Kale go after like from the opposite direction? The one that Mordakian's going after. It's like let's say they like, cut across with blades. They go one way, I go the other way. We kind of just slash at the same one.
Oh, like
So you
an
guys are-
anime.
Yeah, absolutely. You just both dart past it and see what
I
happens
mean,
after.
Hammer Time's got theirs. No, I don't want to get hit by the hammer either, but yeah, I can calmly just dash with the moon and just draw my dagger and slash at it from the other way.
Fantastic.
if we-
Yeah.
I feel like because you're quite a bit shorter and then Magnus is like massive, it's like Magnus is the top and you're coming underneath, like low swing with the dagger.
That's my
Magnus
slash.
is
Okay.
a top.
Is that? Can we highlight Magnus as the top?
Would that
And
be
let me go put some content warnings on the stream.
Does this violate TOS or not?
Would that be more-
Violate me.
a precise strike or more agile?
I think a precision would probably be more in there.
First roll of this. What do we got? We got a very decent roll.
Excellent. So you were going. Kale was going for the same one as Mordakian or as Magnus?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
As McDawkin, I want to go after the kind of the crisscross with the blades, where Magnus smashes the other one and kind of like alternate, and we'll smash them.
Yeah, absolutely. So with what was your roll as well?
Mine was a
And
13.
You have frozen on my screen, which means you're probably
Yeah,
frozen,
frozen
on
for
the
me
internet.
too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
A
the roots will get you.
13. Fantastic. I have to roll in defense for these guys. I rolled well. That is a 13. So, and then you had an 8, Mordakian.
Yeah.
And that is a terrible roll. We're flip-flopping all over the place here. 5 there. So between the two of you, cross-cutting on this, you dart past, the bark flies off, but it seems to have just exposed the target. And then, Mordakian, you stab in with your rapier and something splinters in it. Your strike was just precise enough to make it list, and the root of the the wood of the root splits open and becomes weak. Welcome back. It is still holding on by a thread, but it is looking pretty rough. In the meantime, Magnus, You wind up with your mighty hammer. Oh, I'm rolling so hot and cold today. I've gone
Oh,
from
no.
11 to 1 to 12.
I struggle
Give me
with high though.
a 14, yeah. A difference of 4. So you slam your hammer in, and the wood just sort of splinters. It sort of drops down a little bit, and the two splintered halves are sitting on each other. They're still standing there, the two that you've attacked, but they are very close to no longer bearing any support for Cats 2019. I mean, a large nailed cluster of bark, which is throbbing a sickly green.
That was one of the reviews of Cats 2019. That is a gnarled cluster.
Just the headline.
Gnarled cluster delights audiences.
Throbs green.
Audience, throbbing green. Mm.
Sometimes people ask me my hopes for the election, and I say, throb green.
While they're all doing their attacks,
Yeah.
can Cascade
Yeah.
kind of focus on this glowing green gnarled and just kind of use her cleansing sense to try and figure out like what's going on, what's it doing, and that?
So you had tried this last time, and something pushed back.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did. But do it again if you want.
Sure, why not? So are we doing bond for
Yes.
magic-y?
Bond, because you're trying to relate to this throbbing.
Get a vibe
Green.
from
Yeah.
Cats 2019.
More natural 20. I mean, natural 12.
Hey, in fairness, Skimbleshanks was amazing.
Yeah. In fairness, the music's great. Just don't look at the visuals.
Yeah. And I did,
Watch it with the screen off.
Yeah,
I got
basically.
out afterwards, and my friend and I just started laughing. It was kind of like, I describe it as having a near-death experience that you survive. There was just this elation of being out.
As someone who looks on the group who's not seen this, but is
Oh.
very well aware of what this is,
No,
just
you
don't
gotta
have to-
see it. You should.
Yeah, I've also.
And now I have to see this.
Go in with the attitude that you're watching a comedy, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
But anyway, that is a 13.
fantastic. Okay, that is the first non-extreme roll I've made, and it's going to be.
I rolled a non-chaos number on the chaos dice. I feel like you may have my chaos dice energy today.
Uh-oh. There's trouble. Let me just check.
It was
what my-
surprisingly mid-range.
Yeah, that works.
That's
Oh,
another review that was out for Cats 2019.
Sorry, Brad, you've got so much to edit out of this.
Or just leave it all in. It's the joke that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
We're trying to get, some of the actors onto the show to talk about this. So we just gotta keep on. We'll get James. We'll get Gordon.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
will. He'll do anything.
Yeah, he's left the late night show. What else has he got? Jump on d12GO. Let's
Yeah, the early morning show with D12GO.
be there.
Right. What was your roll, sorry? Was it 13?
13, yeah.
13. Where's the difference of 1 or more with my modifier? It took it to a 12. You push against the will of this cluster of bark. You feel its rage pushing back against you. You get the sense that it just wants to lash out.
Oh, I will stand there and I'll just let the others know and be like, oh, when this thing drops, something's coming out. And I will just kind of stand there to form some sort of shield with water to basically throw on if something comes out. Like
Yeah.
just basically preparing to go. But
Okay.
I have nothing to attack the vines with, and I don't think water really hurts plants, so I have no stabby stabs, so I'll let the stabby stabs and the smashy smashes do what they do.
If this is a big plant thing, can we light a fire so it drops down onto the fire?
I don't do fire.
I know you do. I do fire.
You do
Oh,
fine.
I know my
what's
fox friend
is
doesn't
it just
like
a clearing? Yeah, is it just a clearing? What's is there anything directly underneath the big
Just
suspended
dirt.
bark?
It's the area around you is almost like a little grotto. It's clear of trees around it, but they grow up and over. So there is a gap in the canopy, and moonlight can shine through. And at the moment, being close to the cliched time of midnight, the moon does hang heavy in the air above, and the whole area pulsates with this throbbing green light. The shadows flickering.
Also,
as-
I did have a theory that there might be a child concealed somewhere in this area, so I don't want to mess up too many things.
We can either try to drop it and see if something splits, because I think if we attack the other two in concession, try to weaken all four of them, and then we'll see if it maybe lowers itself, or whether we can just do one final blow and knock it. If we want to try to knock it, because 20-foot fall is a pretty good drop.
Say dropping it because, like, then at least it's on the ground and all of you can reach it. Because I don't think a lot of us have distance.
I have 5 arrows, or 5 arrows, something like that, so that's all I have. So I say do the same thing. Everyone rotates over. Magnus smashes one more vine. Murdoch and I go after another one and just try to weaken all 4 of them.
Do it.
Yeah. Or do you want to shatter the ones that you're still at? They are still
me think.
supporting it.
We
Might
continue.
go over if there's just like 1 or 2.
Mm.
There are also actual vines, but
Yeah.
Frickin' vines. Vines is
think,
on the list, right?
yeah. There's roots now as well, but he hasn't had a chance to say it out loud. This is,
Who even uses vines anymore? It should be supported by a net of
to be
TikToks.
honest, after the last little while, it might have animals and plants.
Cascade feels very
Someone was
scared.
fighting a rock as well, so he's looking a bit cautiously at rocks.
Right.
Two things. Smash the
What's
2 we
happening?
have, or go on the other 2.
Just keep
I know.
smashing. Just keep smashing.
Yeah, I think Mordakian's going to keep on at this one,
Yeah,
I've got an idea, but I
out
don't
of
know if it'll
fixation.
do it.
Okay.
work. So
Have
we're,
another
we're in a
slice.
kind of like. Are there any trees around?
Not near,
Or any
like
kind of, like,
they're skirting
branches?
around it. There's none inside. There are definitely branches and stuff around.
Okay. Can Magnus grab some of the branches and then
Oh,
I guess he doesn't have a knife, but somebody has a knife. Try to like file the points down into a spike and then put that directly under. And then the speciality, which I haven't really used all campaign as much as I'd want to, is tinkering, because he's an inventor.
Mm.
So can he tinker some spikes and then
Yeah, sure. You can absolutely tinker some spikes up. It'll take a bit of time. In the meantime, Mordaki, and you work on the
yeah, I
branches,
just
the
took a
root that's
swing
already
and got
there.
a 9.
A 9. Let's see if it is. Wait, those aren't the right dice. I gotta go through new ones.
Those that don't know, Samsara has a thing where every time she rolls, she must roll a new dice. And
like
yes,
to
she
be
has enough
inclusive.
dice to do that.
We haven't gone through all the dice yet.
Yeah.
That is. So you're a 9. That is a 12. So it's a fail of 3. You are at a disadvantage on your next roll. You strike into the to the tree, and the way that the wood splits, it sort of grabs onto your blade and just jars your wrist a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Kale will go after the same spot, trying to be precise and try to slash at the same spot again, dashing quickly through the moonlight. Now they know there's moonlight in this grotto area. As they dash, there's just lovely little glitter. Just all of a sudden, as the moon seems to just glow around and just sparkly. Because.
Pretty.
Ooh, that's a good roll. That's a 14.
Nice. It's a 12.
They still above, still 2 over, 2 plus.
two over's decent.
Well, I gotta add my modifier to it still. Where did my book go?
Oh no.
It's a
You need
plus
to
2.
roll
It's a
higher.
14 as well. The roots, with the provoking, it seems that Cascade may have been doing and trying to connect to whatever lies in the egg. The roots seem to be trying to mend themselves. They're trying to hold still strong against your onslaught. Meanwhile, we've got some blades being, some spikes being carved over on the side. You can keep hacking. You'll want to get rid of that -3 on your next attack, I'm imagining. So make another attack, and as you work on this branch, the spikes are quickly pulled together. I'm imagining if you are a tinkerer, you would have some kind of knife for tinkering. Not really a combat blade, but something for whittling or carving things down, or
Like a little fruit knife.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a little fruit-shaped handle, like a pineapple,
Ow.
a pineapple-handled
I was
knife.
gonna ask which fruit.
Yeah. So Mordakian and Kel make more attacks.
Okay. If he just gives because the blade was bad, if he just gets really mad and tries to find, like, it was clearly had a weak point, tries to find the weak point and just bite it.
Yes. You want reckless, don't you?
Isn't that precision and a reckless?
Yeah, I'll let that happen.
I'll obviously
9 out of
wait to
10
slash
into
until
the
after
green.
Mordakian's done.
Oh, still not that great.
There we go.
It's so +3 on a 2 is 8.
-3 for the disadvantage on last time. If
Yeah.
I told you I rolled another 12, would you be upset?
I'd be interested.
Do we just find another quest, guys? Like, leave this kid. It's not worth it.
I should have set up a camera for my dice. I'll do that for next time.
damn.
Yeah, I figured it out. Screened and everything. You continue at this branch. You're gnawing away at it. It doesn't taste great. Possibly eucalyptus. You're not too sure. Your teeth are going to be clean, but you also might end up a little bit drunk at the end of this. That is a difference of 12.
Oh my God.
Sorry, not 12, because it was 14 and you were 5, so it's a difference of 9, which is the same category. You gnaw at this thing recklessly, and you are making progress through it. You can tell because the splinters are turn on body horror filter driving into your gums. So we can turn off body horror now. I'm done. You take 1 limit damage, and you also have another -3 on your next attack.
Oh God.
Kale, your friend has gone wild.
I rolled a 16 for my
Oh.
dashing slash attack.
Fantastic. Let's see if I can roll another 12. It's a 9. That's an 11 to a 16 is a difference of 5 or more. And as Mordakian comes back, teeth full of splinters and bark, you... It's just feral at this point. You strike out, and with a resounding crack, the last bit of the root that's holding on lets go, and the whole net above slumps in one corner. You sense that shift above you as you drive spikes into the ground underneath. How big are the spikes that you're putting in there, Magnus?
Oh,
Yeah, how...
they'd be as big as the branches that he's using. So he's basically just like filing the end down into a fine point and then just thump into the ground.
Fantastic.
And putting them kind of together in a cluster.
I better get you to make a roll to see how effective this is.
Absolutely.
Give me... I will allow brains on this.
Wonderful.
Let's go, Magnus. Can we get like a hype bonus? Let's go, Magnus.
A hype bonus for whittling wood.
Yes.
Oh yeah, appreciate the handmade and the handcrafted.
I'm
Locally
gonna whittle
sourced.
you so hard, little stick.
Support your local handcrafted items and artisans.
That is a 13 unless I get a hype bonus. The 13 is a
Hype
good
bonus,
roll.
hype bonus.
Oh my gosh. You sometimes being high is a bonus. But we don't have the filter on for discussing that kind of topic, and New Zealand's a dick about laws. That is a success. You have driven these spikes in. They look sturdy. They're right underneath. Something will probably happen. When something happens, we'll see.
I have an idea for how Cascade might be able to help, if that's okay.
Yes.
It was mentioned before about some of the vines maybe having a weak spot or something like that.
Mhm.
Is it possible that either using, is it tentacles, because these are land tentacles, or her cleansing heals, to like assess where one of the vines may be weaker to give one of the stabby smashies a better chance at hitting it?
I've been wondering if you'd think about the manufacturing process in high pressure water cutters, but you can.
I designed Cascade not to really be the
Oh,
attacky, like she
fantastic.
can, but yeah, she's more.
So
I'd rather support the others.
you want to try and
The
convince
power of the ocean through one tiny hole 50 feet down.
Exactly.
You want to try and convince the vines to just take a day off? Is this,
Yeah, sure.
is this
Does
what you're
that
going
work?
for?
I don't know how to talk to plants.
Okay.
Do they
Yeah.
have aquatic nature?
Talk to the water in the sap of the trees and the vines.
Have the water unionize.
Unless the rain's down in Africa.
Fantasy Africa.
Africa.
Not Africa. That's terrible. It sounds like a spice. Fafrika.
No, you're thinking of Africa. God dang it.
Sorry. You had a bit of
Okay, well,
I
sounds like
just
a-
blurted it
a
out.
No,
Weak swarm
today.
fighter.
It is.
Are
it
you,
is
are you
weird.
rolling your bond roll against these vines?
I don't know what I'm even rolling
Sorry,
for.
I should let you know. We just started here talking about seasonings.
I rolled an 11 with
That's really
bond,
good.
that's 14, and then cleansing or tentacles makes it 16. Or if I'm
Nice.
using the power of the ocean, it makes it 18.
Which one are you using?
I don't know. What am I doing?
You were trying to magic the vines and roots, right?
Yeah, to try and make them weaker to make
Okay.
it easy to destroy
Right.
them, I guess.
That I can work
Yeah.
with, absolutely.
Yeah.
There we go.
You got.
I
and-
know. I could take the water out and dehydrate the roots so that then they're weaker.
yes,
There we
yes.
go. And then I can use the power of the ocean because I'm sucking out the water.
Right, so that
There
makes
we
it an
go.
18.
Yes.
I got a 9 for an 11. That makes it a difference of 7. Hey, that rhymes. That's cool. With a difference of 7, you start sucking the water out of one of the roots that's holding this thing up, and you watch as it desiccates. The wood grows dry and then goes further on and sort of has almost an accelerated rot to it as it gets thinner and weaker and softer, and one of the roots collapses, just almost in powdery splinters.
Accelerated rot to it was another review of Cat 2019. The joke that keeps on giving.
It's gonna be great.
We love you, Brad.
Yes, you're down to 2. One
And
of them
one of
is
them's been smashed.
one of them's been smashed. It's hanging in there. One of them's still fresh. The net is sort of teetering a bit. It sways. The fabric of it's woven together, and you can see it's sort of holding on for with some kind of malicious intent.
And Magnus go over to the fresh one, and I don't know if this would count as a weird idea, but it might. Can you just grab it and then twist, and then just try to yank it?
You just want to just Minotaur handle the root out of the ground?
Basically,
Okay, yeah, that's a weird
Give it a-
idea.
kind of a twist, and then
Yeah,
just
just a one of those burns on the arm and tear it out. Give it a shot. I'm game.
exactly the possibly problematic named bird.
Yeah, I'm not calling it that.
So with brawn and weird idea, that is an 8.
An 8. With a natural 1 and a +2, that's a difference of 5. It was on the mushroom dice too. It's really cute. I got it from BD&D. Thanks, Charlie. He's
Hey.
hooked me up with good dice.
Yeah.
What did I say the difference was? 5.
Yeah.
With a
Yeah,
difference of 5.
It's a 3 versus 8.
3 versus 8,
Yeah.
yes. With that difference, you grab onto this bark. Some of that magic must have leached across throughout the root system, and you find it is a little bit soft, and you can tear at it. There's not much left. This thing teeters on toothpicks, essentially.
Is it dropping down as we break
It's-
the vines, or staying?
It's kind of the net is sort of on the top of these things, and 2 of the ends now sort of hang and list, and the whole thing's got sort of a curve to it. The other 2 are holding it up, but barely. It's sort of
I
creaking
don't want it to
and
come
swaying.
crashing down.
Yeah, so you need like a timed strike on the other 2
Yeah, we need to
things.
combo up and take off the last 2 at the same time so it falls.
If only we had 2 fast people that had blades.
We're on tea break right now with biscuits. We can't help
It was the
you.
water union. I got you a smoker.
Well, that water
I
had
don't
to go
think
Union-
somewhere.
water. It's taken straight from the plants, full of minerals.
You should bottle that and sell it.
Yeah,
Tentacle one?
Mordakian's not stopping now. Just sort of spits out some bits of stupid plants attacking me. Comes up with two daggers, one backhand, so he just stabs in with one and then swipes across with the other when it's
Right.
braced. Hopefully,
Fantastic.
for brawn and edges again.
Yep, and Cal, are you going at the
And
other one?
-3. So all over +1. What does that say? Oh, good lord. That's 3.
Oh,
Oh, no.
we're rolling like amazing or hot garbage today.
I've had a 2, a 4, and a 5 on the dice.
You
Nice.
strike out at it. It's like all the malice in this thing is being channeled down into this one just to frustrate you. It wants to earn its spot on the list. The -3 modifier continues as your frustration and ire grows. And how did you get on with the other one, Cal?
With Kale, with, again, just looking absolutely glamorous in this moonlight with a 17 slash, quickly dashing and slashing, just slashes through. Can't even see the blur, just the glitter trail behind it.
Fantastic. I imagine that there's this, like you hit one frame and the background just goes to a shooting sort of stripy dark green, almost rainbowy glitters, and then you end up at the other side. How did your attack
Like the
go?
80s anime.
Oh
just,
yeah, absolutely. Like we've only got a small budget. We can only afford 3 frames for the next 4 minutes. Make them count.
Yep, make them count, people.
Yep. How did your attack go?
So that was a 17.
A 17. Well, that is much higher than the total of 9 that I got. You dart through the stick giving way, the root finally collapsing. The whole structure starts to list. The surprised that you're met with Mordakian, and part of why you are still on a little bit of an off game is the remaining route in front of you shatters and explodes out. Luckily in the opposite direction, as the whole gnarled cluster of bark that's throbbing green collapses down to the ground. At this point, Magnus, would you roll an attack using your intelligence and your tinkering?
Spike attack, spike attack.
Spike.
Yeah.
Spike hype. Bonus.
Spike.
Hype in the spikes.
That's
Hyphen
the 13
spike.
again.
It's a 13. Fantastic. Oh, that's another 12. That's a 16 total. The egg-like shape, this cluster, slams down into the ground. The spikes give way to it as its hardened external shape smashes through the branches. The cluster starts to glow even brighter. Cracks appear all over as the bark starts to separate, and as this egg shatters, inside it you see a wood witch standing there, her gnarled form, green and brown mottled skin, stands up straight from this egg. I will kill all those who have hurt this forest. And this is where in D&D you'd say something like, roll initiative, but we never leave initiative. It's always on.
You could always... Strange woman, where is the small child?
And as you entreat her for location of small child, she raises her arm. The spikes that lay shattered around the ground take root and start shooting out towards you in little leafy saplings. Can you try and dodge
Razor.
an attack from little sapling spikes growing out and shooting towards you?
Towards me?
Yeah.
I should have kept my dang mouth shut.
I did say a while ago that I wanted to have a shield ready to go just in case.
Yeah.
So can I have
Oh,
that shield ready
you-
to just...
You did do some other things in the meantime, but you do have a bunch of water there.
Yeah.
You can go with the shield next. How'd you
Yet
go?
another dang 13.
Another dang 13. Well, that's better than the 10 I got. So, with a difference of 3, that means she is, as these spikes come out, the creation's almost turning against the creator in some kind of iRobot. Put that in the SEO now. You slam out with your hammer the shards of the splinters of the spikes shooting back. She's taken aback by it and seems a little bit flat-footed.
Can Magnus say, the spike cannot harm a creature or do an action allow a creature to come to harm. And then,
You can.
and then I'm happy to queue this up in case somebody wants
Yeah.
to jump in and do something, but Magnus is just going to like, well, reliable. Take his hammer and then just swing
Yeah.
at the face
So
like
is
a
he-
baseball bat,
Yeah,
basically.
you start getting ready to wind
of
up.
the strange lady.
Fantastic. Cascade. Try and throw the shield around the wood witch.
Okie dokie. Sorry, it's just catching up with Chai and
Yeah.
letting you know she missed all the cats references.
Yeah, we'll make some more, I promise.
Yeah.
At least, like, 2019 of them. We must be pretty close
Oh.
by now.
Good lord, why are we rolling hot garbage today?
Oh,
I mean, I get a +7, so it becomes a 9.
Well,
Yeah. Because
I
of bond and power of the ocean.
get a +4, so it becomes a 5. So hot,
Look,
so
hot garbage
cold.
is fine if it's together.
Another review for Cats 2019.
um,
Do I need a little
Okay.
counter in my booklet to count how many times we.
Is that just like tally marks?
we are 6 minutes out from an answer. It's really closer to 7.
Cool.
I got a 5. You got a 8, 9. You had a plus
You got
9.
9 plus 7.
Yeah.
a 9. So it's a difference of 4. A difference of 4. The target is affected, and as the shield wraps around, it will give an additional game changer of a -3 on the next defense roll as she forces it off her.
Just sort of
This,
holding it in
yeah.
place.
For this, do the let's say from Redakian for the slashers to want to try to do like one of us go after like the witch's knees to try to get them down, and then the other one goes right for the head, or with your luck, I know I don't know, or do you want to stay back for a moment or throw something at him, or
I don't think I've set staying back as an option.
I don't think Mordakian would stay back either. That's the problem. Because I'll back you up, Mordakian. Whatever, I'll back you up, whatever you want to do.
Okay, Mordakian's like, the forest attacked us first! And is going to... I think probably like there's one knife still stuck in a bit of wood, and he'll pull out a further knife
Yeah.
and go at her with both blades. Let's call it brawn and edges, which is +4. Come on.
Oh no.
6.
6. Right. You have a
Oh my, no, -1.
-1.
Yeah,
Oh, how did you get to -1 from 6?
because I had -3 ongoing.
No, well,
Oh, no, sorry, 3.
So,
Yeah,
so it'll be 3. I was going to
three.
say, gosh. As
Not
you
-6.
as you dart out across, I get an 8, but she is at some negatives, which is going to take it down to 2, but then +3. +4. So she's back to 6. That's a difference of 3. You are blind with rage at this point. Your reckless attacks
Evil
slash
plants.
yeah, absolutely. You cut through the shield but can't quite get to her. It's almost like you didn't aim your shots to the parts that were still exposed. KO. Strikeout, you still continue with a -3. You've got to catch a break sometime. It's almost like
Okay.
go and gently hug a tree and roll for that to get a -3.
Yeah, because Kale would like to
I'm just going to try and fold a paper crane just to clear this up.
origami peacefully,
Yeah.
try to fold some bark. Yes, Kale would like to try to go for the knees, angles, just kind of slash at the legs underneath, try to get them to maybe tilt her off balance, something. If I can hit them.
Oh, you're getting hot tips from the creator of the game.
Mm-hmm.
This will be more of a precise strike. Going to a dashing, cool. That was a 13.
13. Right. As she still struggles against the shield, but has lost the -3 from the a total of 12, a difference of 1.
One.
Oh wait, I didn't minus the 3, so a difference of 4. That is going to put it at yes, you dart through. There's just like sakura blossoms trailing behind you. Don't know where they came from. They're not indigenous to this region. You haven't seen any, but nonetheless, just a beautiful trail of blossoms as you travel past this thing in the moonlight, and you do land some limit damage on her. She howls as that damage hits through. The screaming and the shield dissipates as she watches as Magnus is swinging this hammer in towards. She is going to strike out quickly as you do. It's not going to look pretty. She tries to have the roots grow up and grab onto your arms, the small saplings that still exist there. They lash out towards you as you swing your hammer down. Roll to defend against that.
What do I roll to defend against that?
You're about to do a big old hit.
A big old brawn hammer time.
Yeah,
The classic.
Yeah. So I mean, you can
Flex those vines
absolutely
off.
use hammer time and brawn to just power through and ignore the effect of the vines. You can dodge out of the way if you prefer.
Nope. That is a 9.
Well, that's okay because I only got a 4.
Ooh.
Wait, sorry, a 7. I got to add my modifier. So
Maybe a
a
modifier.
9, difference of 2. She is growing increasingly frustrated and will also continue to be in a game change negative state as you bring your hammer down or across. You can choose the direction. There are many
Again,
valid directions.
Baseball bat across.
There's not just one direction. In fact, one direction isn't even a thing anymore.
They all went solo.
Yeah.
ZM went solo, so I mean, he kind of can't.
So, can I take that
Oh, we
water
got-
that?
Magnus coming in for an attack.
Oh, yeah.
Time to
Long
do
wind
that
up.
tech roll now.
Yeah. Let's go on for
Oh,
that.
man, oh, that's even better. That is a 13.
13.
You were
That's
just average. Just.
I'm rolling different numbers, different modifiers, but somehow ending up in the same place.
It's a 6 plus a 4 minus a 3 is a 7 to 13 is a difference of 5. With a difference of 5, that is
6,
another
but
a difference of 6. It's the same math. It's another 2 limit damage. It's not the same math. It's the same bracket on the table.
same result.
Yeah.
As she, under her breath, continues to curse, trying to control these plants to do her nefarious bidding, your hammer cracks down in, and much like with the first root that you swung at, there is a splintering sound. Something ill and unsettling coming from inside her body. Could be a jellicle name, we're not too sure. Cascade. You got something to do with that water?
Yeah, the water that is no longer shielding. I would like to swirl it into a ball and basically power punch her with the water and just smash her in the face with the water and hopefully
Yeah, absolutely.
bond for magic. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yay!
I'm going with
And
that
I'd
one.
like to use the power of the ocean.
All right.
I rolled an 11, which
Oh.
makes it an 18.
That's a really good roll. I only got a 10, which makes it a 14. I think I've used up all my negative 3s, so that's a difference of 4. That is still great. As the hammer cracks down and Magnus recovers to watch as this forest witch, this wood witch, sort of cracks down and then starts to leach nutrients from the ground, and you hear the sound of growth. This wall of water just slams into her and blasts her against the trees on the far side of the clearing. Whilst she was regrowing in much the same way as a plant might, there are extra branches sticking out through her now that she didn't intend to grow. They kind of just sprouted there when she hit the tree, and the body ceases to make any more noise, ceases to move. There's nothing but
Hype
your
music.
panting and the sound of paper folding and the slosh of the water finally ebbing down into the loamy soil. I want my mum.
Is that
Esme,
from
that
the
better
body?
not be you.
No, the
That is
body's
Esme
summoned.
again.
Esme looped back.
Esme.
Dang it.
It is not Esme. In the wreckage of the egg, the gnarled cluster of bark that no longer throbs green, you see a young beast-born fox child covered in sap, its fur matted and sticky. It's
Aw.
looking a little malnourished would be the word. But they're alive.
Can Cascade kneel down and be like, it's okay, and just start like using her magic to sort of clear off some of the staph and stickiness.
like-
and,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
It will be helping as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you nurture and attend to the forlorn child, you feel a sense of ease come over the forest. Like a fresh breath taken after too long in a stuffy room. And you start to hear the sounds of the woods and creatures. And we're about to go into an ad break, which is where we'll pick up from afterwards as you've defeated the Wood Witch. I'm going to click run the ads now. I'm not going to wait 6 seconds for it to start. Welcome to the ad break, everyone, where we remind you to do things like hydrating, stretching, taking your meds, and loving yourself.
His advice is that, do you think light behind me is my camera's been kind of trying to focus in and out? I think light behind me is a problem or light above me?
It's probably the light behind you, because it's also blowing out your camera with the white balance.
And it's changing as the clouds move.
Yeah.
That might be what it's. There are some clouds going by, but I'm going to go ahead and
Yeah.
I'll also say, Sammy, this, because I'm going off hotspotting onto my laptop, it is eating my data a lot faster than I thought it was.
Yeah, it might be.
So I should be good to play for another hour.
That's
but after
okay.
that,
Are
you okay saying that
yeah,
Magnus just
we can
leaves for chicken or something?
no, we can just go for a short one today. I know.
You sure?
Yeah, absolutely. I have auditions for School of Rock this afternoon.
Oh, good
So
luck.
yeah, I'm just going for
Are you
ensemble.
auditioning or are you
Auditioning, yeah. So
Nice.
I thought, hey, I wanna see if I
Bring it
still
in.
like being on stage. I probably like being on stage. I still
Oh.
like going to the theatre. It's super fun, and I'm a bit of a fucking screen queen, so I like, I'm struggling though. One of the things that I'm finding is I've got to learn how to sing again because I don't talk like I used to. So I'm not used to my mouth making sounds anymore. Yeah, it's quite unusual. So
I would be.
yeah, no, it's certainly been eye opening, and it's just meant I hit the wrong notes often, but that's fine. I don't mind. I usually
You have
only
the note in your head. You're like, I can do. Oh no,
no,
that's
that's not how that mouth works anymore. Yeah, this is how I used to talk down here, but it's weird now. I've actually got to push my voice back down to here, and I don't like it. So I'm going to stay talking up here, because it's just much more me. There's like another higher pitched place that I go to talk, but I'm still practicing that. It sounds weird to me, but it's it's getting there. Yeah. We got 44-ish seconds left in the ads. That's what I'm doing the rest of the day. What's someone else doing today?
still unpacking
Ah,
and getting basic things that I need.
I am going to want you to move like slightly over so you are centered under the peak, because because OCD, that's a real
If
thing.
it's bothering you, it's probably bothering the audience as well.
No,
Except
it
now
might-
you're not,
it
now
might
you're not
actually,
framed
yeah.
in the door.
I know the people that I attract. That's probably bothering them too.
Was there anybody in the chat being like, scoot?
Yeah. There's probably people.
Admittedly, I was sitting here going, just either like I do that myself. Like I try to line my head up with the pole so that it's like in line, because it's otherwise it annoys me too. But it's also a weird angle. I need to
Yeah.
clean up shit. I need something to cover my backdrop really, so you don't see my apartment, but then you'll lose the
You need
flag.
that blur.
Yeah.
Oh no, we lost Lyndon.
Oh no.
Camera reset.
Let's go to this screen while we come back from the ads to technical difficulties. Hey everybody, we're back over here.
Hello.
We're just going to see if. Hey Lyndon, welcome back.
Madakian awakens to everyone dead.
We're
What has
just
happened?
waiting on camera. It's been a funny old day for cameras.
Yes.
Yeah,
There we go.
I mean, I cleaned the camera. I got everything. I cleaned it. Still, the lighting is kind of.
Yeah.
It's bright and sunny here in the Pacific Northwest.
It's bright and sunny here in New Zealand as well.
It is. It's actually nice today. It's been nice for the last couple of days.
There's
I'm going to get
no
out
cloud in the sky.
in the sun. There are clouds in our sky, but they're white and fluffy.
Oh.
Yeah, and some of them are a little bit grey, but it's nice. I don't have to run the
Treat
heater to wear this
yourself.
dress, so
It's been pissing down here. So,
Different
Yeah.
places. What?
yeah, different sides of the country. One
My
side's
art-
summer, one side's winter.
It's summer here. I went to my doctor's appointment. It was about mid 60s degree Fahrenheit. When I left my doctor's appointment, it was almost 90.
Oh my god.
In about an hour and a half, the temperature spiked.
I don't
What's that in
have
Kelvin?
the temperature. It's like 33 degrees, I think. I gotta get the
90 is about 30.
yeah. It's around there. 400 degrees Fahrenheit is 204 degrees Celsius. Because I cooked bacon in the air fryer, and the instructions I found were
Really?
units.
Really convenient
so
for
good.
cooking.
Yeah.
The one that
yeah.
I know is that negative 40 is both for both. Negative 40 Fahrenheit is negative 40 Celsius. As someone who has been in that weather.
It's just
You
silly.
learn
Why would you do
Yeah.
that to yourself?
Okay, I got through minus 76 Celsius. I can survive minus 40.
Oof.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it must have been close to that. We were
Very cool.
aurora chasing in the north of what's the north of Norway? Except we
Lapland.
actually went through about 3 countries. We were driving around that area in a
You're in
van.
the Lapland area.
Up from so towards that bit where Norway and Sweden and whatever the places all meet.
hmm
I
That's way up north.
failed
I wasn't that far.
geography.
Hmm.
I do know
I was in.
where you need to travel to next in your adventure. And I mean, I imagine you're going to return.
Turn the child.
We're
return
going back to that stupid
Can we
island.
keep the
to find that
kid?
kid.
No, that would be against the good nature of being.
We're gonna
labelled as
commandeer a
heroes.
ship and go after that Jimbo's son of Spawn and Jimbo, to seek our revenge.
Jimbo Jr.
The mountains don't exist. That's
We
not
can use the kid as bait and then lure him out.
our story is no longer about
Put
these
'em on a hook.
mountains.
I made one joke about a sea kraken.
Jumbo's canon, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly. I love it.
That's now 100%
Yeah.
Crimson Orange canon.
You know, part 2 of this whole swords and stuff, when Sammy makes up a new venture, is us going and finding Jimbo
Yeah.
and then just dying.
Speaking of cannons,
Why would you fight Jimbo? He's just a, he's just
Jimbo's
a lovely
cool,
guy,
yeah.
No, we'll find
He's
him.
just
and
doing his
have a-
thing. It's not his
Yeah.
fault that you are entering his territory.
The only
just
true
be
and fair
tragically
question-
driven for opposite goals.
Forget the main story. We got to go after this. That's our new story.
Who framed Jimbo?
Uh,
Okay.
Is the
Wait,
fox child
framed
Jim?
Jimbo
Have we
Kraken?
located damn child
yes.
yet?
Yeah,
Sorry?
can Magnus lean down what is your name, small child?
It's Tim.
Okay, you're the child we're after. Come on.
Oh, well, are you taking me to my mum?
Yeah,
Yes.
she sent us in here to find you. So
We are adventurous.
Thank you. Help! Please take me back home.
do you want to ride on the massive one?
Yeah, can Magnus just pick the child up in a fireman's lift? Let's go.
Just scruff of the neck. It is.
I'm not cruel. Just like around the waist.
It
and
is
then
a fox
point
It,
it
child.
it
out.
is a fox child. It's probably how they do it. I don't know.
Oh, okay,
Kel,
okay.
is that how it works?
Actually, yeah, can I ask my fox friend, like, how should I lift the child?
They are required to be lifted in a woven papoose style. It has to be woven with grasses and reeds under the specific moonlight of crescent to full as you slowly do it. And it looks like a crescent half moon.
Yeah.
Kale's just completely. You can tell Kale's just completely BSing as like.
It is
Takes
it's
up the child to put them on the.
as the fox child carrying rituals are explained, you walk your way through the now much more peaceful forest. The-
Kale would like to recover their rope.
Yeah, absolutely. You go back through to the log crossing, recover your rope, and it's late by the time it's starting to get early by the time you get to the edge of the forest again. There were a few detours, and you found a nice tree with some bush with some lovely berries on it, and you emerge on the outskirts of Westvale. You see a figure in torchlight, waiting pensively at the edge of the village, and as you cross out and she sees you, she runs towards you. Thank you so much. Please, I can never. I run the Tired Fox Inn here in Westvale. Please let me offer you rooms and a hot meal as thanks.
Do you have chicken?
Yes, we have chicken.
Wonderful, I'm in.
Oh my god, Cascade has a chicken. I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of papoose, you've got like a little chicken in a plant pot.
Yeah, I got a
in the
chicken in
pot.
the plant pot.
It's in the pot with, and it has the umbrella made from Bosco's bag that we made into little umbrellas. So it's covered, and
Yeah.
we got
Tuna
grain.
And it's a chicken called salmon? Tuna, that's
Tuna.
right.
Tuna.
Yeah.
I should write tuna down as well and not forget.
Chicken of the sea.
Yay. Uh,
Does your inn have a bath? Because I need to hydrate.
yes, there we can run a bath for you. It'll take a while to heat the water.
Cold is better.
Okay, that's much easier. I'll have them prepare that when we get back. And as you approach the inn, chicken, anything else? What? More chicken?
Something not chicken?
We
Nice,
have,
lovely vegetable, maybe a vegetable platter.
we
you know,
have a
some nice
delightful salad,
vegetables.
yes. We've managed to keep the garden safe from the bark mimics that have been attacking. Here.
Yeah, we'll just have a grazing platter, please.
Eat the plants. Own those plants. No, show the plants who's boss by putting them in our tummies.
Yeah. You, the meal is prepared and it's dawn by the time you're eating. And as you finish your meal,
As the dawn rises, the hood comes up and over.
as the light starts streaming in through the windows. Here,
You see
please.
Kale moving away from it.
You must.
It's like trying to move away from the light.
You must be exhausted. There are rooms upstairs. And
I would like a nap.
you all may take a long nap and recover as such. Recover your limit.
Yay.
And,
I get cleansing back.
Yeah.
Take a
Yay,
lovely
I took no
long
limit
bath.
damage.
I tried.
Oh no, try harder. I tell you.
Okay.
I talk smack
I
now,
will.
but then I'm gonna take like.
Oh, I
damage
want to
from
roll
that.
for how the paper crane went.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Precision and edges.
Yes.
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 What does that say? Oh, for heaven's sake. 7.
A 7.
Oh, minus 3.
-3, so a 4.
Cascade comes and looks over as you're doing this and gets the paper wet, so you can't get crisp edges.
Oh, you can do that really, really organic
Yeah.
Your sort of squishy edge thing, but
Yeah.
obviously this does not happen.
I'm hurriedly trying to think of something that rhymes with crane.
Paper cut.
Yeah.
The crane is just causing
It's
you
not
pain.
that bad. It's more like a paper drain, as it refuses to have wings and just wants to be a cylinder.
Also, a review of the 2019 Cats.
Paper drain.
It wants to be. It just ends up being a cylinder, which just
Yeah.
just
Just a
wants to be
cylinder?
drained.
The
Yeah.
cylinder of a movie.
And I find the tavern owner and just like be like, so, like after tuna's been fed and we've got breakfast and stuff,
Yeah.
be like,
We'll say that
So
you've also had your
the-
rest, and it's
Yeah.
now around lunchtime. You wake up feeling delightfully refreshed. The beds are very good here. They seem to cater exactly to how you want to be. The bath was lovely and the water was fresh, so at least their well's in good order.
Wonderful.
And you, how's tuna this morning?
I rolled a 12. Tuna is fantastic.
Nice.
Ivan.
Just growing so big, so fast. Just
I might have to get a new pot.
A little bit of grain for tuna as well.
Yeah.
Give tuna some food.
Fantastic. As you shuffle down into the tavern proper, food is already prepared for the lunchtime rush, but there's not too much of a rush, and you eat and have the day.
Can I, is Bosco still closed?
Yep.
Is there still people outside it? Like, we've still got to deal with this Bosco.
We gotta talk to Bosco. That's
Yeah.
my first thought.
As you start moving through the town, heading towards Bosco's, you hear people whispering and telling, that's them. They saved the child. There were no other attacks last night. There's whispers and almost a hushed reverence, but don't think of it too much like reverence.
Don't let it go to your head.
Yeah.
Even while sulking, as Kale walks by, this time there's some nice lily like lilac flowers here. Just somehow they're not indigenous.
You're welcome. Yeah. The
Welcome. It was tedious.
It was children, not children. It was child. Yeah, I know words.
Oh, we say two.
Yeah, we say
say
two
two.
children.
Safe too, yeah.
Yeah.
The one of them hadn't been reported, and they're probably
Didn't
Jeez,
count.
we need to go find Esme's parents and don't have a talk to Esme's parents.
Didn't we just take Ismay to like the edge of the town
Yeah.
and it was like, now
We
go.
told
Get
her
out
to
of
go
here, yeah.
find
Yeah,
Find
they-
your find your parents.
some
Kale
fun.
is gonna shout out, Esme. Esme. She make it home. And then he's like waits like 2 seconds and just keeps walking. Like did their part, they shouted names. They're
We're a big
Oh,
just
fan
over
of
this.
closure.
Ismay
Good
didn't
luck, guys.
hear your cries of anguish and
Esme.
hope.
Oh, too bad.
Wherefore out there.
You approach Bosco's General Goods. It's still closed, and a new angry mob is slowly forming. They're just taking it in like shifts. It's a rostered thing. It seems like Bosco's becoming public enemy number one.
Do you want to check maybe around back? There's another back entrance.
I'm just going to go straight up to the door and start knocking and go,
Yep.
Bosco!
You
Yeah, no,
Turn to the crowd and says, the other guys who were here yesterday, we kind of they went away and we were going to take care of this.
you
To the crowd.
Yeah, as you start talking to the crowd and Cascade, you reach up to knock on the door, and as you knock on the door, there's an enormous crash. It startles you a little bit. You didn't knock that hard, but it did sound like the crashing power of the ocean against wood. You hear
Turn
another
around.
crash. Yeah, you
The
start,
port.
you start hearing screams coming from the direction of the port.
God. Damn it.
The
To
screams,
the water.
To the port.
the screams, and people start running in the opposite
I heard
direction.
he sells magic items. Does he have plot armor?
Just
Brad, if you're
start
there,
running
can
to
you
the
answer that? Does Bosco have plot armor, or just a really good legal team?
port.
Yeah, so there's crashes and screams coming from the docks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Running to the port.
You run down.
Run.
there.
Back in a minute. Run into the water.
You
Kale,
see
not running.
not running. Just
Kale's gonna hold on to Tuna, and we're both just gonna like hold up Tuna a little bit because the umbrella is part of Tuna, so like kind of underneath a little tiny bit umbrella underneath Tuna. Just, like, just kind of trudging behind the group holding this thing.
as
He'll
you
go.
race down the streets towards the dock, you round to get a view of a giant tentacled creature, like the one that attacked your boat, sticking out of the water, destroying the docks.
What
It's-
color is the tentacle?
Strong
colours?
crimson tentacles are ripping timbers out and hurling them left and right. Unlike at sea, you see its large bulbous body clearly, making out its huge gaping maw and dozens of black soulless eyes.
Ooh.
It's not a kraken.
Not Jimbo.
It's not Jimbo, and it's not Jimbo Jr., supposedly. I mean, it wouldn't be a spawn of Jimbo, basically. I would like to immediately start running and start calling out in my undersea language squid form and be like, what the hell are you doing?
What's up, bro?
Um,
What's up, man? What you doing?
sure.
You have not reported to the Department of Kraken Tracking. This is not your area. This is a protected area. What are you doing?
Because humans are an endangered species.
you, you all hear a wet sort of screeching noise, except Cascade, you hear it holler at you, I am no kraken, as it slams its tentacles down on the docks around and tears planks off.
Hmm.
You let me know
Okay,
if the
yeah,
premise
the
doesn't
Kraken, the Department of Kraken Tracking tracks more than just krakens. It's tracking like the whale movements, you know, the whale buses, the octopus trains. Like, why are you not with the Department of Transportation? Like, why are you here? Why are you attacking this? This is like, the land folk are fragile, and you are destroying them.
Their
Is there a
laws
special
are
team
unjust.
for attacking, cracking, tracking?
Like, you're not with the department that, like, the land battle department, because I can tell you haven't got the badge of armor. So why are you here? And the war's not planned for at least another century. So, you know, why are
Absolutely.
you here?
Can you roll to avoid smack and attack and cracking? As a tentacle lashes out towards you.
Gosh, that's a one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So agility and if you've got a skill that can help.
Is that tentacles?
I mean, it's tentacles. You can definitely use that.
The tentacles.
It makes it a 4.
Oh gosh. That's okay. I rolled hot garbage too. It's still an 8, a difference of 4. And as this tentacle slams down on the ground, just sort of the wind rushing past you, you're knocked to the ground and hit yourself on some of the wreckage that's been thrown up. You take 2 limit damage with a difference of 4.
Okay, it's action time.
Yeah, just yell out, not a friend!
This
And
might-
then,
I don't know if this constitutes a weird idea. Can Magnus try to run down one of the tentacles and then smack this thing in one of its eyes?
You want to play the God of War maneuver on it.
Yes. I
yeah,
do want a quick
absolutely.
time event.
what I was gonna say is, could Kale try to, before that happens, shoot an arrow into the same eye, and then hammers it further in?
Oh.
Taking your hammer and smacking the arrow even further into the eye?
Yeah, no, Magnus would hit the arrow one probably.
Yeah, okay.
Kale is up quite further back, kind of talking to the tuna. Hang on, we gotta fight. Gets tuna in a safe spot. Draws their bow and arrow for precision.
I've got a joke. I just have to find a place to put it. Damn. Okay. What's everyone else looking at doing?
Shuffle the die, right?
Well, I think Mordakian's going to, just quietly say to himself, unauthorized cephalopods, and comes sprinting down the, just a little bit of pier and come leaping off with 2 daggers onto the
Fantastic.
body of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And from
Let's see.
knocked onto the ground there, Cascade, what are
I
you up
was
to?
going to roll over and grab the tentacle and get thrown back with the tentacle so I can dive off the tentacle into the ocean to be right
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. You give me an agility check for grabbing onto the tentacle.
One of my worst stats.
Well, I
It's
mean,
not the worst
it
stat.
could be brawn otherwise. It's up to you.
Oh god, that's even worse. No, let's go agility.
Yeah.
12! Complete
Nice.
opposites this time.
Perfect. Okay, you grab onto the tentacle. You're thrown into the air, and from your trajectory, you splash down into the water behind it. At this point, you're racing up the tentacle. You're trying to get to the head, to the bulbous body.
Yep, I'm trying to get to where the eyes are at.
Okay, give me an agility check for racing along a rubbery writhing tentacle.
Do I add weird idea?
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful.
And meanwhile, your other
Extra
two
one.
who are going a little more traditional with your attacks, flourish your blade in the sunlight and channel the darkness to surround you in a cape of edgelord. I don't know. Tell me how your attacks go.
Flowery edge roll. Still need to get some
Okay.
flowers.
I got an 11.
An 11,
Reach the-
fantastic.
the
You
head.
dart up along the tentacle. Your next attack is going to be at the body of it. I'll give you a +2 game changer for getting up to some really soft areas.
Would you like me to roll the attack?
That will be in just a moment. Let's see how these other 2 attacks pan out.
Okay.
I've got +5 for brawn and reckless, making a total of 12.
Fantastic. I got a 10, and that's a total of 16. So at a -4, this is a big boy. Gender non-specific. It's BOI.
TPK.
Yeah. Oh no, that doesn't happen. That's a myth. I've never
I've never seen
TPK'd
one.
before in my life.
We also don't have to fight this. We are on land. We can just move back a couple hundred feet.
You're a lad.
What has this doc ever done for us?
So with that difference, you are attacking at this tentacle. The thick rubbery skin is providing a lot of difficulty trying to get through, and it bumps you back. You lose your balance a little bit. Your next attack is at a -3.
Rise again.
It's into this horrible cycle. Do something else to burn it off, or attack as a group, like was suggested earlier. Kale, how's it going? How'd your attack go?
Kale with the loosening the arrow after they sigh because the stupid sun is out. Trying to set up so that when for the next one, so the hammer can go in. And rolled a 15.
A 15. That is another good roll for me. A 17.
Stop it.
I don't try. Severin said make it harder. It's not my fault. I'm
I said
I'm
to
very
damage to me,
obedient.
don't prevent arrow.
The arrow
Gotta be more specific.
lances out towards the it fails to find its target. It just hits that rubbery skin, and I have a hard time figuring out why that would give. Maybe you get a glint of the sun in your eye when you're aiming up at it, and
The sun's
you're
reflecting off
at
the
a
water on the skin.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're also at a -3 on your next attack. Right.
Yeah,
Severin,
I have a
you
weird
did-
idea.
You did real
But
good.
go,
I'm going to let you go for an attack, and
Okay.
then we'll go to Cascade, and then the octopus is going to lash out at all the lovely fresh
Adam.
targets.
Add a +2 to it. That is an 18.
That's a really good roll. I'm
And if
going
Nice.
this doesn't hit,
to
Doesn't
have to
hit,
roll
we
a
leave now.
12.
We just time to go.
we just cut our losses, yeah.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat
How'd
20.
you roll a Nat 20 on a
Is that
12?
12?
There was a D20 in my D12's pouch, but I did get a Nat 20.
Unfortunately, it has no power here.
Absolutely. Bitch ass D20. Get out of my
Get
game.
out. Someone played D&D kept accidentally rolling a D20 for damage when doing an
Oh,
attack.
God.
We had to tell him to stop.
I've done that once. I was in the middle of a fever pitch and I was running a game and I had to roll 8d8, but I rolled 8d20 and they were like 164 points of damage. And then like 2 rounds later, I clicked. It was like, I rolled d20s instead of d8.
Wait a minute.
How'd you get 100 over max? Like what?
That is not a good result. That is a total of 9 with a difference of 9.
For us, that's a good result.
Yes,
yeah.
it is. That is almost the best you can do. Just shy. But that is 3 limit damage as you swing your hammer in. The gambit of running up paying off as you crack into the
Crack in the crack.
Hey.
Not a
side of
crack.
its head and slam this thing for 3 limits.
Cracking the not cracking.
Yeah.
Cracking the attack.
You
Cracking the attack and non-cracking.
crunch into this thing. Some of the eyes bulge and deform, and you see them start leaking and just having a real bad time. I'm going to give it a bit of a disadvantage on its attack as it lashes out tentacles at all of you wildly now.
Well,
Do I not get to do my one first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Yeah. So under the water, I would like to use the power of the ocean to get this current moving and pick up some of like the dock bits and the wood that's around. And
Yep.
knowing that it is a cephalopod and the weak spot is the mouth, which is underneath in the water, I would like to stab up with the rubbish and attack
Right.
it from underneath.
That works out as the water swirls and you shoot this. What did we decide on? Was it flotsam? Flotsam in the butt? Buttsam.
Floating, yeah.
Yeah.
So with the power of the ocean, that is a math 17.
A 17.
How bad or how good?
It's a net 1.
It's- Yes.
yeah.
For a difference of, well, that
16.
gives it a total of 7. For a difference of 10.
There's still a modifier.
Bleh.
Yeah.
Monsters don't get modifiers. What are you talking about?
You,
Surely not.
as this thing starts to wind up its tentacles, they'll start flailing out towards you. The shifting of the ocean powers up with your spell, and you shoot debris, wood, bits of dock, all up into this thing. And as it screeches out and the tentacles lash out, timber starts shooting out through the top of its rubbery head. The body is quickly shredded as all this debris forces its way through the body. I'm mind blown. It's crazy.
It's like a whale spur of port rubbish.
Yeah, absolutely. If you had have rolled any better, it would have rebuilt the dock, but not quite. So,
It all ends
yeah, it's just boom, boom, like a xylophone plays, and
I'm a remnant as a girl.
yeah, wow. It needs to be slid in somewhere at some day, Chai. If you're not looking at the chat, that won't make any sense. I'm just being rude. The creature drops down, the tentacles resting across the dock, the body, sort of what's left of it, that bulbous donut-shaped head now slops down onto the deck, and the whole thing just rocks with the ocean, which is a little bit rougher today, and it seems that its ire is not likely to calm down anytime soon. It's the Kraken's head. Bangs
I just
against
pop
the
my
dock.
head out of the ocean and jump up on one of the tentacles and just sit there for a moment and go, everyone okay?
I'm thinking, does Magnus just slide down one of the tentacles back onto the dock?
I imagine so, yeah. And then the dwarf somewhere says, that still only counts as one. But
I'm
anyone
starting
is
to
offered
feel
to go.
kind of insecure about my abilities as a monster hunter.
Kale's just chilling with tuna in the shade up on a hill, just watching this.
The creature
Waves at
laying
you.
defeated. As you look around, you see a burly, tall, strong
Keep
man
going.
has come down to the docks. He's carrying a large club, and it glows faintly.
Oh, boss.
His eyes sort of the excitement sort of drops out of his eyes a little bit. So, I thought I was going to get to have a go at that, but you've dealt with it quite nicely.
Are you the one they call Bosco?
That's not what they're calling me at the moment, but yes, that's my name.
Are you the one they call Bitch Boy?
That's a new one for today, but I hope it doesn't get around. I am Bosco, yes. Quick, come with me back to the store.
And now you're going to let us in the store.
Well,
Now that we've rescued multiple children and defeated a monster of the sea.
We have more than proved ourselves.
exactly. I mean, rescuing a kid from the woods, that was a really nice thing to do, but
Two kids.
that's something else. That I can work with. Now, come, quickly. We need to get to the store. If they spot me out here, you're going to have to fight off a mob if you want any of my quest narrative.
Any of my plot armor. Okay, I'd imagine we all go to the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kale and Tuna are already in the store. They're just already there. They're
Yeah.
just out of this damn sun, just leaning against the wall. Just,
You let
I'm
the door
teaching
open.
Tuna how bad the sun is.
Bosco leads you down a series of narrow alleyways and quickly unlocks a secret door, and he gestures for you to enter and is startled to find Kale already in there. I am too, to be perfectly honest. Sometimes the players just say things and they happen. As he locks the door behind him, he walks in and sits down heavily on a large chair. You can see inside the store, that there's rows of shelving, barrels of various items. The windows have been boarded up and the angry mob chants outside. I guess you want some answers.
Yep.
That'd be good.
Who do you work for?
I'm an owner-operator.
Okay.
But I purvey goods. I found a secret tunnel under Westvale that leads straight to the iron mines nearby. I met a wizard there called Crazy Gert. He uses those tunnels to supply me with the experimental magic items that I on-sell. The most recent set of items, and what I'm sure you'll hear about, what everyone is here about with their insistent yelling and screaming and cajoling, is the stack of maps that apparently led to a treasure capable of killing dragons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to the island. We didn't find a stupid X. Takes out the 2 sticks of that are X's and just throws them down. See, there's a stupid X.
Yeah, can we show them the map that we had?
Yeah.
Like, is it similar to this map?
That is one of them, yes.
One of them. There are more.
There was a big old bunch of them.
Can
How
we have the others,
many?
please?
Most of them have been sold, but what's left are here. And there's 2 maps left there. One of them's got display copy written on it, and the other one
Not
is,
for individual sale.
yeah, the other one's still rolled up with a wax seal on it.
Origami supplies.
More cranes that look like cylinders.
It's already folded like a cylinder. Look, it's a tube. Well done.
I love things that are pre-tubed. Can Magnus like just pick up the 2 maps and see if they line up to the one that we have? Like if they form like a bigger thing, or are they?
Like Maptron. No,
Exactly.
they're
Do
the
they
same
Voltron
map.
together?
They are the same map, down to the ink splots and the coffee stain.
Also, they're like carbon copies of.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ooh.
How many people did you send to their death?
I just sold maps. If they pursued it and ran into trouble, look around. The world is full of troubles.
Who was? Do you remember the first person that you sold a map to? Because when we got there, the treasure was gone, and we are trying to figure out who this person is.
I don't know. Goods fly out when the ship captains come in. Sometimes they're fresh, sometimes I just don't know their name.
You know, let me see your ledger.
Oh, sure. You guys can
Which
see
is
what-
Credit card numbers,
Yeah.
you know.
It is like this world's equivalent of let me speak to the manager.
he fetches the book from behind the side. It just has the date written in there. I don't know the dating system, if you will, Brad. It's missing from the manual. If you could fill that out.
What a call out.
It's today is the day that it is. It will always be today. It will never be
Today.
tomorrow.
It's gonna be the day.
Yeah, and sometimes you can fondly remember yes and today.
Okay, could I
So-
go back and look for like maps sold or something like that to see when like the first one?
Yeah, he flicks through to the pages. The maps came in on the estate. They sold quite well. They were gone largely within a week.
The date is screw you of nah, you're alright. It's a good date. It's a good date.
What star sign are you born under if you're born in Now You're Alright?
No, you're all right.
Oh,
So a wizard named Crazy Gert, which but accurate.
born under the sign of butt. He was destined for great things.
Let me just go put
More
context pictures
crackers.
on this now. So you got all these maps from, first off, a person with a terrible name, but then like you didn't question or like why would he create maps if he creates magic
They
items?
have crazy in the name. Why did you trust this person?
Yeah, I'm just confused.
Business is business.
Yes, I mean, a name is just the noise someone wants you to make to get their attention.
Names
It
have
is-
meaning. They have power.
It is odd that he refers to himself as Crazy Gert in the third person. I have to remember that, so when I roleplay, I'm going to refer to Crazy Gert in the third person.
Make the note there.
I just,
I got the name down.
but like, why? Why would you create maps? Like, why? Like this treasure. What is so good about this treasure that so many people are going for? Like, it's can kill dragons apparently. Like, are dragons an issue around here? Like,
The
I haven't even
wizard
seen dragons.
never
Oh, we
explained
saw a dragon.
his motivations, and
What
I
bone
never
head?
cared to question. You saw a dragon?
Yeah.
Yes. One flew overhead when we were
It
going out to the island.
gloriously blocked out the sun for just but a moment. Oh,
It's like
This
just
stupid
chilling up there. It's not doing anything. So why do you need to kill it?
Had the opportunity to burn us and it did not. So I
Yeah.
like these dragons.
I see no issues with the dragons. Like the vines are more dangerous than the dragons. Like why are you not selling things to destroy vines?
We have fought more rocks than we have dragons.
I just sell the goods. I don't question what his motivations are. Otherwise, people might start hearing me refer to myself as Crazy Bosco. The
Surely it's
machinations
a
of
shop
wizards
holder.
are.
Yeah.
It's
Surely
sorry.
as a shop holder you have a little bit of responsibility for what you are selling. Like if you sell something that you are knowingly going to be hurting people with, you hold that responsibility.
Is there a version of the Consumer Rights Act in this world?
The Ocrian product.
There has
good
to be, because he's obviously operating on a version of capitalism in the fantasy world. Fantasy capitalism.
I think we
is-
work on an
Yeah.
angry mob-based
Yeah.
enforcement system.
That's the
Absolutely.
penalty.
Yeah, yeah. If you
New
capitalism
quest,
too
balance
much, angry mob. Look, I know I've made a mistake. I don't know how to face the townspeople about the sailors who have gone missing after buying the maps that I sold.
Well, on the bright side, I think some of them might have died because of the big red squid thing.
And
Which-
thank you for putting that at rest, and indeed for helping the children out of Fox Forest. Yes, I heard about Esme.
you hear underneath their breath, stupid Esme.
Yeah, she wanders off all the time.
She better not again. Do you have any magic that can help us
Oh,
fight
absolutely.
things that are out there?
Absolutely. I have a few items left in stock. Let me see. There's a magic item table.
Ooh. Actual items.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
Do you also
We
have
can't
a
loot.
loot? A whoop for loot.
Do we
We should
get
give them-
another
We should give them
chicken?
this table.
The
We should give-
ultimate loot.
The most powerful items go to Tuna.
Battle
How
armor
many
for small
pets
chicken.
are we gonna?
Tuna gets like the +10 boots, the sword of kiss automatic slaying. Just
Absolutely. Hello. It's
cover up Tuna.
I need a
Tuna
chicken
can kill a
plush for the
dragon.
next game. Sorry, I must immediately research a chicken plush.
Like 100%. Like,
Oh.
that's
Chicken plush.
that's a
You got it.
surprise. We think we're gonna die, and all of a sudden, surprise chicken! Just launch the chicken at the enemy.
Hey, don't
I
take
think
away
sharp
my
and
secret
flight feathers
in-game
is
plans.
The pro strats.
Some basic items. Here's some rare and special items. I require the roll of 3 d12s. I care not which of you roll them, but if you roll 4 d12s, I will pick which 3 are available.
Oh,
Ew.
I got a 10 and 2 12s.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
You rolled all of them?
everyone's rolled all of them.
No,
Yep,
we're still going to
I
need
had
another
3
roll.
d12s next to each other.
Or we could go with 2 of them, I guess. No, give me another d12, someone.
As they're rolling, what are you using to get this lovely table of items from?
I'm using the delightful supplement Swords and Stuff by Squadeth Games. It is fantastic. It is largely this part's additional rules for the game. This part is the lovely quest that we're playing, so you could follow along at home. It's available from itch.io or RPG Drive-Thru. Previously, I've told you it's from Twitch.io, which is just like itch but with more T. But we've given it some blockers and gotten rid of the T and the W because otherwise it would be Witch.io. And it is itch.io. Or, of course, Drivethrurpg. You can search for d12GO. You can search for Squadeth Games. You can follow the link in the chat. Thank you, Amy. You're amazing. You can get the main rule book there as well, which I have printed out and nestled over here, like this. And it is fantastic. It is short, succinct, and wonderful. It has beautiful artwork in it by the lovely Amy. And has been thoroughly play tested, and all the games that I've heard have been so good, because you can also find d12GO as a podcast on Spotify and Pod everything. It's all the places you want it to be.
Pod everything.
Yeah, Pod everywhere. Get it from your favourite podcast place. It's fantastic. You can hear me on there, and now we have a 12, a 10, and a final digit.
3.
3. Fantastic. I lost the page. It's right.
We were plugging too hard.
Yes, absolutely. There is in the store a mastercrafted longsword, which grants a +1 bonus in combat.
A sword, the one thing we don't have in the Swords and Stuff game.
Well, now
You
there
got a
is.
sword.
Can we substitute that for anything else?
No, we're playing rules as written for this one. It's fun that it's a longsword. None of you technically use it. It's a good thing that there's no punitive thing like a proficiency in martial weapons stopping you from using it. There's a small bundle of poison-tipped arrows. There are 3 of them, and they automatically inflict a poison game changer on the target should they land a hit. And there is a suit of mastercrafted light armor. It grants its wearer a +1 to its defense reactions.
Magnus has an idea of how he's going to distribute this.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, does he take over? Is he just going to be a bossy boy? It's going to be like, okay, the sword goes to my edgy friend, arrows to the archer. And I'm happy to take the armor, or do you want it, my squishy little fish friend?
You get up close. The armor should go to somebody up close. I would just like to look around and be like, can I just get another bag? Because tuna's getting bigger.
I was asking the same thing, get a bigger pie or something for tuna.
Maybe something that like I can sling over and just get tuna at the side, or
Like a papoose. My new favorite word.
I can offer you a heavy discount on it for the services done, and furthermore,
heavy discount. You're giving us free magic items, but you're going to charge us for
No.
a bag.
No, I can't give you the items. They're stock. They're for sale, but heavily
We have just
discounted.
saved your
Yes.
town, and we're going to save your butt, because
And
obviously we're going to go and talk to
I
this
will-
crazy.
I will reduce the price even further. I just plead that you would help the town once more.
This isn't helping the town. This is helping you.
I'm cutting my own throat here to quote.
Would you like me to let the angry mob into your store? Because I can do that.
Make a bond check for threat. You can add any threatening skill you would like.
Farm with him. No.
Petunia, or your hammer time, like, you literally have a hulking hammer.
It's not
Petunia
gonna help.
with
I
a-
got a 1, and I have
Oh.
a -2 to bond. Magnus is not a friendly boy, so that would be... It's either a -1 or a 1 if I like hover my hammer over him. But it's still like...
Petunia would have liked a word with you, but didn't quite work out.
Hey, there.
Cascade is also saying these things, but yeah. You're the big hulking scary one, not the tiny little fish friend, apparently.
Look, I help the town and you can take them. One more time. One last time.
I do have 11 gold. Okay, how much... Like, how discounted, how much are you charging for the items at the moment?
Well, usually I would sell these for 75 gold apiece. Magic is rare enough in these worlds, and I like to make a tidy profit. But if I give it to it, cost plus 5, that would be 4 gold apiece. I make a healthy profit.
Yeah.
I have
like
overheads,
you
though.
even less.
Wait. Just Mordakian's head hurts as accounting happens inside his brain.
Oh no, the flashback.
Does that mean he gives you money to sell the items?
It's pretty close. It's plus 5%. It's why I don't ask questions of his motivations. I've built quite a healthy business on the back of this trade, and hitherto it has not hurt anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask this guy some questions about his business model.
Yes. So Magnus has 11 gold, so he's going to take out 4 gold pieces and said, "Can I have the armor, please?"
Certainly.
I appreciate the discount. I'm sorry for saying I'm just going to let the angry mob in.
I
feel bad now.
Yes, I feel
We all
bad
still haven't
too.
decided if he's not going to let the anger mob in or not, even though it's... It's up to
I-
Tuna.
I can't speak for my other friends.
I will pick up Tuna and be like, so do we let the angry mob in?
Well, Fortuna.
So is high yes or is high no?
Pardon?
Do we do high yes, low no, or high no, low yes?
I was wondering about this.
Yeah,
High
give me a
no.
scale. High is no? Okay.
Yeah. So we all. I'm just trying to form this useless plan in my head.
Pardon? Yes,
We're,
to summon the mob?
we're letting Tuna help decide.
Yeah.
Mm.
You just see Tuna lift up and grab the ripped bag and start shredding it.
So that look here, just take the other items. Please don't let them in. I've trusted you in here to plead for your help.
And so he'll hear a sigh from just somehow just behind him, leaning against the wall. Oh, how can we help? What else can we do? Let's hear it.
If you travel to Midvale and see Crazy Gert, find out why he wanted me to sell those maps. And I'll explain everything to the townsfolk and try to set things right.
Letting the town folks know that you are investigating and apologizing might go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And maybe going and helping clean and repair the dock, because the town's also been destroyed by a sea monster that was destroying the other ships that you sent out with your maps.
Yes,
You did this.
I know. And
There
I'm
was something
deeply sorry.
strange and powerful about those maps. They had me even seeking for treasure, and I don't want to count money anymore.
Then that is, you should just do that. Don't count.
Okay,
Whenever
Where is this?
your brain wants to
it
count,
keeps pulling me
just
back.
think of something else, like sheep or something, in a pasture.
Think of cats. They don't quite look like cats.
I can think of Cats 2019, and then I immediately not spend all my energy not thinking about that.
Yeah, that doesn't
Actively
count.
not focused.
So, Kay would like to ask where the secret tunnel is to get. Because I don't have the map in front of me, but would we need to get to the mines? Would that be helpful to get to that secret passage? To get to Midvale?
Yes, there is a secret passage in the back, and he leads you to the back of the store and lifts some of the heavy furniture out of the way. He lifts a hatch in the floor, revealing a ramp leading down into the darkness. This tunnel will lead you to the old mines outside of town. From there, you'll find a long, straight cave, taking you directly to the town square of Midvale.
How many days travel?
It will be... you'll have little in the way of hills and mountains to climb. The tunnel
It's
is
not
straight.
that.
Oh,
It's
no.
water. How many days travel?
it's... if you move at a fast pace, 2, maybe 3 days.
Is there water in this shop? Because I'm going to need some bottles.
I was gonna say,
There's...
yeah, Kay would like to purchase. An extra water skin or two.
Yeah. You can buy some water skins. He also has a barrel of water and a wheelbarrow that you can take with you, should you wish to wheelbarrow the barrel of
Full
water.
bath.
Yeah, just a portable bath. You can take those. They should be good for the journey. I'm going to work this in here now because we're just about to finish the episode, but
Yeah.
I've been intimidated twice today. Once per tuna.
They just hold the chicken up and look at him.
Petunia and tuna.
You know,
Yeah.
have been
I was trying to get something together about Fortuna.
Yeah,
So
yeah. We're
to
gonna
not
need,
smile upon him.
you've got a week to figure it out.
Oh, Fortuna.
As the heroes stare down into the darkness of the underground caves, because it would be weird having an overground cave. They stand on this portal with just themselves, a small chicken in a pot, and a wheelbarrow with a barrel full of water. And we will go ahead and end there for today because that has been burned up. What's the battery life on your phone after 2 hours and more of?
It's down to 56, so it
It's,
would have dropped to
about
about
30%.
30%.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
My phone battery is really good.
Nice.
The final item was as we were looking down it. Can I also get just like a basic like burlap sack or like a water resistant, just like a cloth sack?
Yeah, absolutely.
From-
There's leather-lined sacks there that can be used to hold liquids if needed.
In this case, I got a needle and thread. We're gonna continue to make tuna in them a little bit more of a better umbrella or a nice little waterproof papoose. We got needle and thread. We can do this.
Absolutely.
He's got very particular ideas about what a papoose should look like.
As you
Nimble fingers.
Yeah, so you're all loaded up for the journey. I'm not a big fan of inventory management in my games, so we will assume that you're loaded sufficiently to not die in the short journey that you have underground. You may get landlocked. Who knows? We'll find out next time. As we wrap up today, is there anything anyone would like to? I'd say warn, but it would be an exciting thing to do. Anyone got anything coming up in the next week? That's worth a mention.
No, not in the next
No?
week. I've got a
No.
couple of shows in late July, but I will
Oh, fun.
tell you fun, good people about them in
Yeah.
due course.
It's a Fate of
Yeah.
Icing week.
Fate of Icing Week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also a Fate of Ice and Week
Yeah.
in 7:30 p.m. this Wednesday.
Yes. And see me making people look good on the internet. Yay. And Amy hoping everyone in chat, because it's what we do. Yay.
Should I need Mod Sword?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got auditions this afternoon. I'm probably going to stream later or sometime. I don't know. I don't have much else on.
Yeah, I'm
it's-
still
I will be-
unpacking.
yeah,
I'm gonna be
hoping for a quiet
resting,
week.
so-
Yeah. You got anything coming up, Lyndon?
No.
No.
Tune in next week to see what Severin's up to later.
Tune in next week. Yeah.
The cliffhanger.
Absolutely.
yeah. I hope to be back. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still in a lot of pain, but at least the cold seems to have flu frickin' illness. So
Yeah.
hopefully this week we'll be back to regularly scheduled live streams and YouTube videos and more arts. And I need to draw a picture of the whole group plus Tuna. So yeah, hopefully. And if anything, maybe I'll crochet a chicken plush.
Make sure to add some leather armor
Yes.
to Magnus as he's like pulled on.
Yeah.
I'd say a tunic that's slightly too small for him.
You gotta have the
So
belly
it's like
exposed.
a
Like
crop
this.
top, maybe.
Yeah. It's a crop top. It's 100% a crop top. It's probably got
That's now canon.
it's probably
Yeah.
got squishy written across the back in red letters.
Yes.
Just a tiny little crop top.
Yeah.
And then like the bandolier of bits and bobs. And the massive shoulder pads.
He just pulled it straight over.
Hey, but remember no underboob because it's
Yeah,
terms and
terms
conditions.
of service.
Yeah.
Which,
Wait, but it's male underboob.
Oh
so
yeah,
it's
that's
fine,
right. I forgot that it's a double standard.
They'll present
Under
them.
pat.
Underboob, the
Yeah.
underboob is not specified for gender. It is both
Oh,
genders.
okay. Wow.
Yeah. But
done.
it's female presenting must have the nipples covered. So,
Yeah.
you know, define that. But then also,
Yeah, but don't cover them with your hands because prolonged contact with female presenting boobs is also frowned upon.
yeah.
Which is okay, I'll go do that on another streaming service later. Not yet, I keep threatening. Let's get out of here before I incriminate myself further. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. I hope you enjoyed the game. It's a little bit shorter because we're burning through mobile data, and I should go and like practice some lines and sing a little bit.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
yes, enjoy.
Yeah, hopefully we'll all be back here next week, and we'll see what Midvale has in store. I mean, we know it has a crazy girt. That is going to be exciting in itself, I hope.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to see if there's anyone we can go and raid, because we should probably do that. Who is on? I don't know, but I'm going to send you all over to Glacier Gardens where you can see some wonderful eagles raising their little
Yes.
chicks. We're going to go and raid
Yeah.
over there. There are 10 people there. I don't know if the chat's going to be exciting, but it is eagles in their natural habitat, and hang out there for a while and just chill. Okay, I'm going to click
Yes.
start raid. Glacier Gardens is a camera run by the lovely Violacious, who dropped into the chat earlier, and it's super interesting, and it's a real good I don't know what to put on stream. It's always going unless something's gone wrong, and it's just eagles. It's really just cute birds in a tree, and you can see
Oh,
cars
nice.
driving past in the background every now and again.
And they had like an egg count when the baby
Yeah.
eagles were being hatched and all sorts of stuff. It's really
yeah,
cute.
absolutely. They had two eggs. They're about 3 days apart, and so kind of exciting. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to hydrate, stretch, take your meds, and most importantly, don't forget to love yourself. I'm going to click end stream over here. If everyone wants to start saying bye, then they'll still hear
Right,
us for a
first
little
in
while.
in-stream.
Yeah, I gotta find the end stream thing. It's this one here. Stream ending. Bye, everybody.
Bye.